Not gonna lie to you, this Bale trailer is insane. So first up is Fence Wall and Gate. This is by Mickey Mapper, 6.33 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under fences. Now, we've got the two different options there. So we've got the fence itself and then the gate. So if you click it down, you do have the option to toggle it off, on and off, change the segment. That's a better way of calling it. So segment 1 is going to be your actual fence. So obviously you place it down, drag it out, then switch it to number 2, and then you get your fence. Well, you get it anyway. I mean, I say it's a fence. It's a brick wall, let's face it. I mean, you got your opening the gate option just there. I would place it down so it's going to hit me in the face. But all right, fair enough. I mean, it's looking all right. Yeah. Keep some people off your property. Why not? Next up is Pole Barn. This is by Seller Bookie, 11.57 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. And that's going to cost you 80 grand. You do have the option to change the colour of the walls. So you click on Customise, and obviously go for whichever colour you like. So we've gone for the usual. Why not? And we come over here, we've got the door that opens up on the front like that. And once you're inside, plenty of space on the go. And we have got these side door over here that you can open up. There we are. We have got a pedestrian door. I always call it a people door. I don't know why. It's a pedestrian door just there for you. Now we've got a light switch here as well. Oh, that's nice and bright. Certainly going to see some stuff in the dark. I mean, to be fair, framework underneath, looking all right. Right, next up is Grain Mill Plus. This is by MacTrucker921, 33.12 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Productions. Now, you're going to be doing your usual grain mill shenanigans, but there's a couple of extra things that you can do with this, which is all right indeed. So you've got your grain mill, but we've also got this here, which is going to be a sell point, and I'm not sure it was needed, to be fair, because most of the points on the map can take the new products anyway, so you can put it down. I mean, obviously it's the same sort of style as the main grain mill itself, but okay, fair enough. Now, the two new things we've got coming out of here, it's going to be cracked corn, dear oh dear, and then you're going to be having some cornmeal as well. Now, bearing in mind, these pallets, 4,000 litre capacity on both of them. I mean, I was here waiting for it to chug along and for them to pop out, got past 1,000, and thought, all right, maybe it's a 2,000 pallet. No, 4,000 litres on these pallets. Alright, fair enough. Now, obviously you got your loading in point at the grate there. We've got our production chain menu just here. So we've got some different things. Obviously we've got the new thing. You've got your cornmeal, you've got your cracked corn. We've got the standard, you've got your barley, and you've got your rice, and you've got your oats, and you've got your sorghum, and then obviously you've got your wheat at the bottom. But what you have got is a speeded up version. Well, they're calling it Rush anyway. So we can look at the barley one there. So we're going for 30 barley, 23 flour coming out. So normal one, 600 cycles per month. Rush one, 2,400. It's 4 times as fast. And it's the same going down. I mean, like the cornmeal, that's 1,200 going in. And then on the faster one, it's 4,800. And you see where it's going with all these. So whichever the standard cycle per month is, it's going to be 4 times the amount. But all right, fair enough. Now, obviously, we know this standard stuff. You chuck the stuff in, and you're going to get the same out. You're going to get 15 in and 15 cornmeal out, which is all right. You're not going to lose any on that. And then for the cracked corn, 25 in and 25 out as well, which is all right indeed. But you may notice in there, yeah, we have got some things that you may be able to use a little bit extra for. In particular, oat flour. Yeah, that's going to give you pig food, which you can take out of here. But what you can also take out of here is the cracked corn. So it comes out on a pallet, and you can also take it out. Look, we're trying to load this thing up. So we've got no pig food in there, but we could take some cracked corn out if we wanted to. And if you fancied, do you know what? I've got another production chain. I need to get some stuff out. I put too much in this facility. I want to take it somewhere else. Well, just come down to this bit. There you are, back into there. And you can take it out. So I've still got 189,000 litres of corn in there. So all your usual shenanigans going in. you can take it out as well. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Now, obviously, yeah, I've got the sell point over there as well, but you can sell it on most areas of the map, so I'm not sure whether you'd use that. You might do. If you want to keep it all in there, in the same aesthetic. Oh, that is ace. Right, next up is Farm Production. This is by Cavalier Roy and Monkey Show Modding. 11.44 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, on the production chains. Now, it's going to cost you 30 grand, and you're going to be able to basically make anything you're going to need to keep your farm running. Now, we've got our loading in point just there. We've got a taking out point just there. And we've got another taking out point just there. So we'll go over to the production chain menu and show you the madness, because this is insane. You can make diesel, you can make digestate. I mean, let's have a little look on the bottom. So your diesel, canola, water, and methane. You got your digestate, that can be made out of 3 different recipes. Well, I say recipes, 3 different things. Got electric charge, you can put some methane back in. You got some hay, obviously that's coming from your grass. Your herbicide, that's got a few things. Digestate, slurry, manure, methane, and water. Lime, liquid fertilizer, you can make manure from slurry. Obviously it's drying it out, because that's what you get. You get manure and then water, separating it. Oh, okay. Mineral feed, yeah. Who uses that? Pig food. And you got your seeds you can make out of wheat and herbicide and a bit of water. You got silage. Well, you got 3 different silages there. Silage additive, we'll leave that one alone. You can make slurry out of manure. So you can make manure out of slurry and then slurry out of manure if you really wanted to, but okay. Solid fertilizers, sugar beet cut, TMR. Basically, whatever you need for your farm, you can make it in here. Now, obviously, the diesel is going to be coming out of the diesel tank, as you can well imagine. Everything else is going to come out the spout. Oh, that's ace. Right, next up is Placeable Warehouse Objects. This is by Pascal Couts, 2.64 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under Tools. Now, you're going to go in here. We've got a few different versions on the go. So first up, we've got the electric charging station. Now, you can charge up your electric vehicles from there. That's all right. We then got this set of rackings. So we've got the pallet rack base. We then got the pallet rack additional part left. We then got pallet rack additional part right. We then got additional layer. We then got the second version of that one. So you got your pallet additional left, pallet additional right, and then one that just floats midair, which is awesome. We then got a yellow, what's it, bollard? They are calling a bollard. I would have said that one's a bollard, the second one. Not quite sure what you'd call that, but okay, fair enough. Then you got some marking lines, some longer ones, even longer. Then you got some guides. You know, if you have a semi-trailer coming in, back it in, obviously that guides it into where it needs to be, and finish it off, you've got a pallet location. Now, these are all, obviously, decorative objects. They have all got collisions on, and you can build up. So, if we go for, I don't know, let's start with that one. So we'll go for the base one like that. There we are. Now, it does say having toggle free mode on is a good idea. So we'll put that down. Then we'll go and get the second one. So then with that, we're going to edge it where we want it to go. So have the old toggle snapping as well. That'd be a good idea. So just place it down like that. There we are. And then if we go for the, I know we want the other one, don't we? Want that side. If we go for that, like there. Actually, no, we'll go for the, can we go for the floating one? Is that even going to work? I mean, it's going to go inside. Yeah, we'll edge it in like that. There we are. That looks about right. How's that look? How's that? Let's have a little spin around. Not bad at all. Think I've done a good job with that. Oh, that's ace. And next up is the Autoloading Bale Combo Trader. This is by MacTrucker921, 14.38 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. This is brilliant. I love it. So obviously you're starting off with a flatbed trailer, 25.5 grand to buy, although we have got a £50 optional extra. So what is it? There's no £50 optional extra. Oh, that one there. But they both cost the same. So it's not an option extra, it's standard. All right, fair enough. You then got flatbed, so you can have an auto-loading bales. So it's going to do 125 to 238 centimetre round bales, and then 120 to 490 centimetre square bales. So it's basically going to do all sorts. Even gonna do like the big Heston bales, which is all right, and gonna do your cotton bales as well, which is all right indeed. You've then got auto load bales on realistic capacity. We're going to come back to that in a minute. Yeah, we're going to see why. You can then have a tipper body, so that's going to have a 77,920 litre capacity. You have an unrealistic version, and I put my teeth in, with a million litre capacity, which is all right. You got your log forks, which, to be fair, with a log trailer, it's just a log trailer. There's no auto load on that. The auto load is just for your bales, and then back to the flatbed. And then we've got the option of Lizard, BKT, Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Nokian, and then back to Trelleborg. We've got some Wise triple axle, 4-axle, all right, or quad axle, as it's written there. Now, with a trailer hitch, we'll spin it around the back. There we are. Zoom out a little. So we've got yes and no. On the rear hitch type, you can have it as the ball or the pin. You then got attacher on the front. You can have it as a standard bumper pull or the gooseneck frame. You then got your wood type paneling on the deck. So you can have it as natural or sustainable. You got ramps on the back, yes or no. You have your chassis colour. Oh, let's do a Kubota orange. Why not? The wood stain colour. Now, is that going to change? Oh, it does. We had the sustainable stuff. Technically not really wood, though, is it? All right, fair enough. Then you got your rim colour, which is going to be your rims. And now, I've gone and got all these bales. 44 to be precise. And they're the big 180 centimetre ones as well. So 7,500 litres in each one. And what you need to do is LB. Well, first off, you can unload the ramps if you want. Well, unfold them anyway. LB and up on the D-pad. There you are. Job's a good one. You know, you could potentially use it as a flatbed trailer, as the name would suggest. But then, if you got your auto load on the go, so you do LB and X. So it's currently in the transport position. So turn it into the operation position. And look at that. That's just stupid. That is just stupid indeed. Now, I think they're actually too high for me to pick these up. So I'm going to have to adjust myself a little. Notch them down. Because they should... I brought them all out with this trailer. So they should just fall in. Come on. Oh. Interesting. I brought these out on this trailer. And now it's left them in the air. That is... that's quite funny. Let's see if we can get them down, because that could be a bit of an issue. Oh, there you are. Now they've fallen down. Now I've got out and done it myself, and now they're all on. So 44 round bales of 7,500 litres each. That's ridiculous. That really is. Now, if you want to get them off of your trailer, you do LB and Y unload. You're then going to want to do LB and right stick left and right. Obviously, you move it in and out. LB and right stick up and down. Job's a good one. And then LB and Y to unload there. That's just really random. So we'll reset. That is just really random. Why it left the was it the 8 up the top? What's going on with that? All right, fair enough. That is still ace. I mean, 44 bales on there. Well, 44 big bales on the back of this trailer. That's just ridiculous. Right, next up is the map Starowies. This is by Greeniac and Favry. 254.26 megabyte on the download, and there is no required mods, which is awesome. Oh, fair enough. Now, if you're coming on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,257 slots. Now, if you come on New Farmer as well, the land you're going to own is the Farmland area number 93. You're also going to own field 60, 59, 56, 46, 45, then 1, 103, 15, and then number 10. That's a fairly decent amount, I must admit. Now, obviously, when you say, oh, that's a decent amount of fields, if you zoom out, it's a small map. So owning all those fields to start with, it's you're sort of halfway there, though, aren't you? Halfway there to sort yourself out. Now, this map does have the alfalfa crop on it as well. So you can be planting that with your seed and then mowing it and then baling it up at the end. All right, fair enough. Now, obviously, across this... Oh, hello. You stood there looking at me. All right, carry on. I'll leave you there. Bit of a weirdo. Carry on. Right, so we're going to come over the road, and this is going to be your start farm. So right in the middle of the map-ish, it's going to be there. So farmland number 93. So come over here, open up that. And spin it around here, and we're going to have our sleep trigger, and well, wardrobe trigger just there, sleep trigger by the door, grandpa just staring at me like some sort of weirdo. And then you've got this shed that opens up. We've got a bit of equipment in there as well, and we've got this pig pen, pig barn, whatever you want to call it, pig sty, it's a better way of putting it. So you got your food going into there, and your straw as well. You got your slurry taking out point just there. We'll come around here. We've got our animal dialogue box, so this is going to hold 70 pigs. You then got a bit more storage around here. We'll open up that one. There we are. There's your old, is that Massey or Kubota? Oh, Zetor. And it always had to be the last one though, didn't it? So we'll come around here, and we've got a bit more open air storage over there. And then a bit more storage around here as well. If you even got a motorbike. Fair enough. I mean, not everybody puts a motorbike on their start farm, but that's alright. So we've got our silo here. You've got your loading in point just there. We'll come open that door, and then we'll come around this side. That's going to be your taking out point of your silo. And again, finishing it off, a little bit of a wood framed, timber framed shelter with some more equipment underneath. So, what equipment do we start with? Well, we've got the Aprilia RX125, the FarmTech EDK650, the Grenk Pooler 600, the Horsch Credo 3, the Horsch Versa, the Hardy Mega 1200L, the Kessler 144ND, the Noche Eco Cultivator 300, the Massey Ferguson MF 1840, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header trailer, the Passenger Servo 25, the Tenwinkle FGB 600, the Zetor Crystal HD 170, and the Zetor Proxima HS80. Now you may be thinking with that piece, well, with that set of equipments anyway, pieces of equipment, how you want to call it. Yeah, this is definitely a small farming shenanigans map. So if you're into your big open stuff, yeah, maybe this is not for you. But sometimes, you know, just knocking around on a little tractor with a 3-meter cultivator on the back, it's just the thing you need after a hard day's work. So maybe this could be one for you. You know, just give yourself a try. A bit of small farming shenanigans, because this one looks ace. And our last mod for the day is the map Alma, Missouri. This is by Seller Bookie, 609.11 megabyte on the download, and this was it was definitely a fan favourite in 22, and it's back with a few extra crops. We'll just call it that anyway. Now there is one required mod. It is by Seller Bookie, and it is the workshop as well. So you will need to have that downloaded, but okay, no problem. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,211 slots. Now also, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be obviously owning a little bit of land. Now you own this area where your start farm is, Field 39, Field 8, and Field 1. And to be fair, I do like it. I mean, it's like, it's not got square fields, so a little bit of variation in what you're going to be doing. Not quite sure how the AI workers are going to handle all this, mind you, because they can be temperamental at best, but okay, fair enough. Now, obviously, the start farm is where it all happens. So you got your house here, you got your sleep trigger at the front just there. Can we go into the garage? Yes, we can. There we are. Open that up. Obviously, store some stuff in there if you fancy it. If not, carry on. So we'll come around here like that, and we got obviously the back porch with your wardrobe trigger on. And we'll spin it around here. You got this big old silo. That's a chicken coop there. There we go. Got some chickens in there already. Interesting. You've got your egg pallet spawn point just there. How many chickens are in here? So we have got in here. So what have we got? It's got 40 chickens. 49. Well, you got 40 small chickens, baby chicks. You then got 49 6-month-old, and then 1 rooster. Already in there. All right, no problem. So loading in point for your food just there. That's interesting because that it is showing it on the map just there, just not on the mini map. All right, fair enough. Then we come around to our big silo. So you got your loading in point just here, and you got your taking out point at the same point. I mean, it's just huge. I mean, look at the state of it. It's massive. All right, fair enough. We'll come around here, and this is going to be the required mod itself, the old workshop. So we'll take a little look inside. I'd imagine some of our equipment is behind door number 1. Let's have a little look. Yeah, there is. There's one of our tractors and a bit of equipment over there. So obviously bring your stuff in there, fix it all up nicely. Then we'll come around here. We've got a big old bunker silo. So in there, do a bit of chaffage, no problem. Next to that is going to be a horse stable. What's going on with that? It's interesting. Not quite sure what's going on there, but alright, fair enough. You've got your horse stable just there. We're going to carry on. These horses are already in here as we started the game, so I haven't put them in, which is alright indeed. I mean, it depends. If you like horses, then great. If you don't, then maybe just sell them. You've got a water butt, water tower just there for you. Over here is going to be your animal dialogue box, so that is going to hold 16 horses in there. I'm going to come around here. Oh, this came out the other day. This is a great horse stable. Like inside, indoor riding point. That was all right indeed. Now we'll come out of here. I'm going to spin it around the corner. There's your loading in point for your feed and your straw. I'm going to spin it back round here. And we got another little barn over here. Oh, again. What's going on? I don't... Looks like it's coming off the lavender flowers. I don't know if it's me or the map. Probably is me. Don't know what I've done, mind you, but it's happening everywhere. Maybe I've got a problem. But alright, fair enough. Now here is going to be a goat shed. Well, sheep and goat shed. So you've got your loading in point just there. Your animal dialogue box is going to be behind the gate. So animals in here. Already there. So that's going to have 90 sheep in already. Are they all sheep? There's some goats in there as well. 10 small, 10 medium and 10 large. Sheep and goats. Alright, so you're going to get some wool and your milk is going to come out at that point. I'll spin it back round and we got this barn, this big old cow barn. As you can see, already got cows in. So fair enough on that. So we'll go behind this door. So there's going to be your loading in point for your feed and your straw. Although to be fair, that is a nice big area for you to be getting on with some cow husbandry. And over here we've got a manure heap, so obviously you come down with a shovel or at the side, entirely up to you. And we'll come down this side, through the gap, why not, through the bushes. Oh dear, so you got your milk taking out point just there. I mean, we have got this little door if you wanted to, you know, immersiveness your way around. And over here is going to be your animal dialogue box. So this is going to be, how many is it going to hold? Let's have a look. 173 cows going in there. And we've got a variety. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. And to finish it off on the start farm, it's got to be these flowers, haven't it? It's off the purple ones. That is just really random, but okay, fair enough. And we've got this, which is strange because this came out today and it's not a required mod, yet the workshop came up before and it is. Okay, fair enough. So you've got big old pole barn. Plenty of storage in there. Obviously, that's where most of your equipment is. And that is it. That's your start farm. Now, obviously, we've seen a bit of equipment as we've been going around. What do we actually start with? Well, the answer is going to be quite a lot, to be fair. So we've got the Anderson Group RBM 2000, Case IH Puma 260 CVX drive, the Farsin PF 2.24 Plus, the Flegel Ruby 2000, the John Deere 3650, the John Deere 8R370, the John Deere C16F, the John Deere C441R, the John Deere HD45X, the John Deere Pickup 900 x2, the John Deere S7900, the Crampy Ram Body AS750 Plus, the Caverland Optima RS, the Karcher HDS 918-4M x2, the Cockling Ultima 800, the Nardi N6045, the Quickie Q6M, the Samaz KDD 941 STH, the Samaz KDF 341S, the Samaz P8 890, the Samaz Z2 840H, and the Tenwinkle Top 450. Now, to be fair, that is a lot of stuff, I must admit. And obviously, it's a John Deere farm. You know, you can well imagine. You've got John Deere tractors, harvesters, balers, all sorts. You are not going to be stuck for equipment on this map. Now, on this map, there is a couple of extra things as well. So if we go into the production chain menu, When you go into bakeries, you can actually make some apple pies, which is all right. You're going to need some, usual stuff for pies and also some apples. If you come down to the corn dryer, you can make some dried corn. So you're going to need 1,000 corn and 50 propane. Now you get the propane at the gas station, which is all right. Now, the dairy standard grain mill is going to be doing your corn flour and your fine corn flour. So that's going to be corn in, as you can imagine. But for the fine corn flour, you're going to need to use the dried corn. So you're going to need the corn dry first and then do the fine corn flour afterwards. You then got your ketchup production, which is obviously going to be making tomato ketchup. You've also got a pizzeria, which is going to need the ketchup as well. All right, fair enough. And then probably the best one, my favourite anyway, the popcorn production. Butter popcorn or popcorn. Now, I'd normally go for sweet, to be fair, rather than buttered, but all right, you do you. So you can do some popcorn as well. Now, obviously, the bakery does need apples. And there's more than a few, there's more than a few, what was it, fruits, that's the best way of calling it, come in with this particular greenhouse. The large glass greenhouse, so you can be doing apples, was it peaches, lemons, pears, oranges, even some plums. Yeah, get a greenhouse put down and you can be doing the old fruits out of your greenhouse. That is ace. And to be fair, with all that, with the equipment, with the very vast start farm and the big and not square by any stretch of the imagination fields, this is definitely one. I mean, obviously, it was a fan favourite in 22, and I can only imagine it's going to be the same in 25, because this is a great map. Now, we didn't have any updates today, but we did have one that come out yesterday on a Sunday, which is a bit random. We have the John Deere 84X series by HR Force and Farmall.